What I'm going to say in this video is going to sound mean, but honestly, I don't give a shit. If you're excited about this new Call of Duty game that's going to be coming out in a couple of months, and if you're one of these people who are on Twitter saying CoD is back and that NW3 looks good and it's hype and all this other BS that has to involve around the new Call of Duty game, you're an idiot, you're delusional, you're stuck in Stockholm Syndrome, and I just don't want to feel bad for you for getting excited for this game, because I've been saying this for fucking years, but CoD is dead. It's never coming back. It's never going to be the same ever again. Every single time they release a new game, they're going to do the bare minimum just to make people happy, but then they're going to make changes to it that people are going to get really mad about. They're going to fucking ruin the game with the monetization that they decide to go with, and the game isn't just going to live up to expectations of what people were expecting even before the game even came out, and they're going to repeat the cycle over and over again where they play new game, they love new game at first, and then they hate it. They continue to keep shitting on it for the rest of the year, and then right around the time when leaks about a new game comes out, they're like, oh, it's gonna be shit, it's not gonna be good, it's not gonna be this and that, and yada yada. And then all of a sudden we get a new trailer, we get a new fucking trailer for the new game, and all of a sudden people are really excited, and then Con X comes around, and then content creators are playing the game, and they're like, oh, this is revolutionizing Call of Duty, this is the best the COD has been in years. And it's just like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that has been going on for multiple fucking years at this point. The same people that went to COD Next for the last Call of Duty game, which was Modern Warfare 2 2022, they were saying the exact same shit that they're saying now. It's just like, it's just the same cycle of just the same game being constantly regurgitated out over and over and over again. I'm watching these people react to like stuff that's being confirmed about the game, like slide canceling and map voting and classic maps being fucking returned to the new game. And it's like, number one, people are getting excited over them doing the bare minimum, which is having a map voting. The fact that people are getting excited over a feature that has bare minimum been around since 2009 is very worrying to me. It's hilarious, but you know, what can you really say? You know, they want to change up the formula, and then they change it in ways that don't make any fucking sense. They're excited about slide canceling, which, you know, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. People have been asking for it, and, you know, the game looks faster than the previous fucking game, but is that really, like, a good thing, right? Is it a really good thing to get excited about this, when this is, again, just, like, the bare minimum of what they should be doing, making the game fast-paced because it's an arcade shooter, and it's not supposed to be a fucking military sim, but they keep constantly trying to make it a military sim anyways? And then bringing back the classic maps. Sure, the classic maps are being brought back from old Call of Duty games like the original Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3, and they look pretty cool and they're designed really well, but then you realize that any new map that they're going to create, any new original map for the game, is not going to be good because they haven't been able to design an actual decently made new Call of Duty map and a new game in over a fucking decade, since like 2012. It's just the same shit. The guns are going to feel the exact same. The maps are going to ultimately end up feeling the same, especially the classic ones, because we already had played those over a fucking decade ago. The player base is just going to say the same shit that they say every year. They're currently really excited about it. They're saying COD is back, and that COD is going to have this revival thing, and that they're super excited for Warzone, and the multiplayer looks good, and the zombies looks good, and then the campaign, they think it's going to be really good. Campaign's going to be mediocre as shit. Zombies is going to be lackluster as fuck. The multiplayer is going to absolutely drop the fucking ball, and people don't even currently like Warzone right now. It's just so fucking trash. It's so trash how these players continue to keep doing this same thing over and over again. And you know, like, I feel bad, but at the same time, I don't really fucking want to, because I decided to finally break the cycle. I decided to finally get out of this fucking hell that is being a part of the Call of Duty community by being a Call of Duty player. I decided to break the cycle after 2016 when World War II came out, and it's done me so much better. And it's actually kind of ironic because another content creator, Ren's Reviews, made a video about Destiny 2 and how it's like gambling. They have like this like style of the gameplay where you're constantly trying to seek for that next reward to be better than what you got before. It's like gambling. You're trying to get like that big jackpot, but it never comes around. The same thing is sort of happening with the Call of Duty franchise, where people from both sides of the community of Destiny 2 and Call of Duty, they're constantly trying to seek that jackpot reward, and then when they stop playing for like a week, they feel a withdrawal and they feel the need to have to go back and keep trying to play so that they can keep trying to get better at the game or get something in the game that's very lucrative and that's only available for a limited amount of time. And then ultimately when it's gone, they feel fucking terrible about it. But then as soon as they realize that the game that they're playing is absolute dog shit, and then the developers who are making this game and making the content don't actually give a shit about them. In this case with Call of Duty, it's Activision. Activision doesn't give a shit about you whatsoever. Once they realize that the developers actually fucking hate the player base and they refuse to fucking listen to them for a majority of things that they suggest that you should do, it's just then they realize why they need to stop playing the game. They stop playing the game, and then they realize, oh my god, Call of Duty is fucking dog shit. Why are we still playing this dog shit franchise that should have died 10 years ago in like 2013? It's just never going to fucking end. And I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of seeing all these players getting excited about this game, because there's nothing worth getting excited about. Especially this new game, Modern Warfare 3. That's not even Modern Warfare 3, the original. It's just Modern Warfare 2 2022 2.0, right? It's just a second version of the game that we already got. It's just a $70 DLC. It's just DLC that should have costed like $10 or whatever the fuck, being sold at full price $70 fucking for no reason. It's just an update. It's just DLC, but it's being charged for as a full fucking game, and I don't get it. People are absolutely fucking okay with this. How are they okay with this terrible fucking business practice that Activision continues to keep doing for all of their games? They keep buying new studios just so that they can put those studios out of work with the stuff that they actually give a shit about making, and make them work for stuff that has to involve Call of Duty. And it's so ridiculous. I'm so sick and tired of this. I just don't understand how players just don't see it. How do they not see that Activision doesn't give a shit? How do they not see, and how do they just forget that Activision as a studio is filled with such terrible, awful fucking people that have done heinous and cruel things to their employees, to the point where some of them have fucking killed themselves, and they turn a blind eye. They just ignore that it completely has fucking happened. People are willing to boycott Ubisoft when they had similar allegations, but as soon as Activision has allegations like this coming out with like substantial evidence that proves that this indeed did happen, they just turn a fucking blind eye. Why did they do it? Why did they give Activision a pass? Why do they allow Activision to keep doing the bullshit that they're doing? Everyone will get mad at EA or Ubisoft whenever they do something shady with their microtransactions, like how EA was making Battlefront 2 and they made their shitty loot boxes the way that they were, or how Ubisoft continues to add in microtransactions into their single-player games for a large amount of money just for booster packs, just so you can get a normal, reasonable amount of fucking experience in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But no, when Activision does something that's extremely shady and disrespectful to the consumer, no one wants to say anything at all. It's just like, oh, we'll just continue to keep buying the Battle Pass. We'll continue to keep buying these fucking shitty skins that are basically just stolen artwork from other people who are actually fucking talented. Why are they allowed to do this? Why are they continuing to allow this shitty, terrible, like microtransaction business practice of just like battle pass after battle pass, and people are sick and tired of battle passes? I'm just so fucking sick of it. It's so frustrating. I'm saying all this as someone who was a fan of the Call of Duty franchise. There was a period of my life where all I would ever do was just come home from school and I would play like 5, 6, 7 hours of just straight Call of Duty Black Ops 2 with my friends whenever they would get home from school, and just play for hours on end into the night, on the weekends, into the early hours of the morning, realizing that we were just playing a game because we thought it was fun, because it was super enjoyable, and we were making memories that are going to stick with us for the rest of our lives. And that just doesn't exist anymore. And obviously this is going to sound like just someone who just wants the past to come back, and it's like, it's not even just that I want the game that I used to love to come back, it's that I want the conceptual idea of what I remember Call of Duty used to be come back, but it's just never going to. Call of Duty, for how it was for me as an arcade shooter that is just super fun to just drop a ton of hours with a bunch of friends, that just doesn't exist anymore, and it's never going to come back. That's what people want to come back, but it's never going to. We all just have to accept that COD is just a franchise that is just running on fumes that are being given by the player base and the fans who are still trying to hold out some sort of hope at a little avail, or the ones who are giving these shitty fucking developers and publisher Activision just enough material that they can continue to keep going and keep doing the same fucking thing. And it's so annoying, it's so aggravating, it's so frustrating, and I'm just so sick and tired of it. I say this as a fan who wants COD to be great again, but knows that it will just never happen. So I'm tired of living in denial, and I'm accepting to live in reality whilst others are refusing and denying what reality actually is. And they're going to continue to keep buying, they're going to continue to keep playing, and there's nothing that I can do to stop it other than just continue to keep making videos like this and hope that people are finally going to realize what they probably never will. And there's nothing I can really do about it, unfortunately, besides just rant about it. And I guess I'll continue to keep doing that as long as I have the opportunity to do so. So that's pretty much it for me. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Check out my other videos. I would really appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.